Hi everyone, we're going to talk today about leash handling. This is something that I see a lot of people make mistakes with in the beginning of their leash walking training, and it is extremely important in order to keep our dog focused and attentive on the position that they're supposed to be walking in order to maintain a loose leash, that we handle our leash in a specific way. So I prefer for my dogs to walk on my left side. Some people prefer the right side. Really, I do not care which preference you take. I just want you to have a consistent side that you walk your dog on. So the left side is what I do. That means that I hold my leash across my body. So if my dog is on the left side, I want my leash firmly in my right hand. Come, good girl. You can have it around your wrist if that's what feels comfortable. You can loop it around your thumb if that's what feels comfortable. But what's most important is that you have a firm grip and a steady place to keep your leash minimum. My left hand, which is the hand closer to my dog, is going to float between a couple of different things. So as I'm holding my leash, if I feel like I need extra control, I can put my left hand on the leash as well. And now I have this kind of two-hand system set up, which gives me a little bit of more control. And it gives me the ability to adjust my dog without having to pull my arm up and above, way behind, or just basically out of a comfortable position. And this is one way to know if your leash handling maybe needs a little bit of tweaking. If you find yourself reaching very far, almost outside of a comfortable position for your arm to be in, there should be some adjustments made. So if I need extra control, both of my hands are firmly on the leash, and this helps me to go around turns when I'm passing strangers or other dogs or any other kind of distraction that my dog might try to pull towards. I can shorten my leash by putting my left hand on it. This left hand will also leave the leash occasionally to deliver a reward. We want to be using positive reinforcement with our dogs while they're learning to heel. So as I am rewarding my dog, my left hand will leave the leash and I will gather it over to my right hand, or I will simply drop the slack altogether. And this bit doesn't matter a whole lot. It maybe depends on if you're passing something closely and you want to keep extra control, you will put your second hand off of the leash and you will gather with your right hand. Or say your dog is doing very well, they're very relaxed, and you want to offer them a reward. There's a cat, I don't know if you can see the cat, but my dog sure can. If you want to offer them a reward for being nice and loose and comfortable and you can see everything around you and there's no dangers nearby, you could simply drop the extra slack of the leash altogether, and that would be acceptable in my book. But the most important thing is that when we deliver food to our dogs, when we're giving a treat reward to them, we want to deliver it with the hand that is closest to the dog as much as possible. If I am drawing a reward with the opposite hand and offering it to my dog, do you see where she ends up? In front of me or on the wrong side? Because she's going to be drawn towards that. So reward placement when you're walking with your dog matters quite a bit. I want you to always be able to reach with the hand closest to the dog into your pocket, your treat bag, wherever you're keeping your food. And I want you to be able to deliver it very closely to where they're supposed to be walking. In fact, sometimes I'm extremely strict and deliver my food at my leg because I don't want to accidentally reach forward if my dog is walking too forward, or reach backwards if my dog is lagging behind me. I want them to be right at this leg position, right next to me, so that the leash can stay as loose as possible. I know, we're excited. So now Dusty and I are going to do a little bit of walking back and forth, and I'd like you to watch how I use my hands to deliver the rewards when they're on the leash, when they're off of the leash, and really just kind of take in what is the best way for you to make this happen so that your leash walking is as smooth as possible. Dusty, here. Yes. So I'm delivering food with my left hand to my dog who walks on the left. In that instance, I took up a little bit of slack and put it over in my right hand, but I can always go right back to having two hands on the leash, especially if I need extra control. Yes, this time because there's no distraction super close by, I dropped all of the slack in the leash and I delivered that food. Second hand goes right back onto the leash. Nice job. Yes. Gathered that time, just wasn't even thinking about it. It's what I ended up doing, but it worked out really, really well. So So this is a way that I want you to practice walking around with your dog, especially if you're using the heel command. Sometimes it's good to practice in a low distraction environment so that you can focus on your handling skills before you start to worry about the dog's distraction level. And I think that's it for Leash Handling 101 today.